Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Murray's, the English Training Institute. So we are back with another writing task, and I really hope that these tasks are valuable to you and you gain something from it, all right? So the very first thing I would like to say is please make sure you have a notebook and a pencil or a pen with you so that whatever I speak, you are able to jot down the points and later on you can frame it into an essay. Another very important thing for this task, I am not giving you the full-fledged thing. I'm just giving you the keywords. The main points, I would not say are the keywords. I'm just giving you the main points. I'm not giving you what your answer, it's like a kind of a sample answer, would look like on the day of the exam. I'm not doing this in this writing task. I'm giving you the points. You can write an essay on your own. In case you want me to check it, you're most welcome to get it done from me. You can just mail me your thing, or you can just write it in the writing box, the comment box. So here we move on. This is something that will be given on the day of the exam. And the question says, in some countries, young people are encouraged to travel or work for a year between finishing high school and starting university studies. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages for young people who decide to do this. Do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Now here, what is the examiner trying to ask you? Number one, you have to discuss the advantages. Number two, you have to discuss the disadvantages. And number three, you have to tell whether the advantages, they outweigh the disadvantages or not. Now, before we move on to the writing thing, you need to understand very well what the question says or what the examiner wants from you. If you understand the question well, you'll be able to write the answer in a better manner, better way. So first, before we start writing the answer, you should be familiar with what is a high school and what is a university education. So if you talk about high school, it's grade 11 and 12. And after you move on, like you're done with your grade 12, you move on to a college or you move on to a university where you seek your degrees. You have a very flexible schedule. You have nobody to answer. Like in schools, you are supposed to sit in the class, but in university, there is no such rule. So now it says that there are some people who want that young people, before they enter the university or before they start with the university education, they need to take a gap year. They need to take an year off from their school, after school, right? And now there are reasons why they want them to take an year off. There are advantages for this and there are disadvantages as well. So you have to mention both the advantages and the disadvantages, but please make sure you're very consistent with your viewpoints. It's not that in the paragraph of advantages, you're mentioning the disadvantages, and in the paragraph of disadvantages, you're mentioning the advantages. Don't do that. So consistency is the key. You need to be consistent in what you write. You need to have a very consistent viewpoint for any answer that you write. So in the next slide, I'm going to discuss with you what is the format for writing an essay. Okay, so the first paragraph, you're going to write the introduction. Second paragraph, you're going to write the advantages. Third, you're going to write the disadvantages. Fourth, you're going to write the conclusion. Now we move on to the introduction first. Now children, the students or whoever is viewing the video, you need to be familiar what you are supposed to write in introductory paragraph. Now in introduction, you just have to write 3 lines. The basic lines. First line should be synonymous to the line that is given to you in the question. The second line, you have to state one advantage and one disadvantage. And the third line, you have to tell what is your opinion about the thing. I move on to the next slide, showing you what the introduction would be like. Okay. Now here, the first line is going to be a general statement. Now, general statement means whatever line is given to you in the question, you have to find the words that are synonymous to it. Now, if you take this, it says, in some countries, I have replaced here some with various, in various countries. Again, it says, young people are encouraged, right? So here I'm writing youngsters. Young people I've replaced with youngsters are urged to take year off to work or travel before beginning university education. Now, in the second line, you're supposed to write one advantage and one disadvantage. So I have written the very basic disadvantage and advantage. Although the education process might get disrupted, comma, they will also gain significant life experiences that will broaden their horizon or that will widen their mental horizon. Now, the third opinion says, in my opinion, the advantages, they outweigh the disadvantages. Now, I'll just show you what your first paragraph would look like, and second and third, make sure you write it on your own. I'm giving you 2 minutes, just go through it. This is what your first paragraph would look like. First line, synonymous to the line given to you in the question. Second line, one disadvantage. Second line, continuation, one advantage. And fourth line, what is your opinion about it? Just take a minute and read it. All right, we move on to the next slide. Here, I'm going to tell you what are the advantages, though I have segregated traveling and working. But if you want to write like merging the two, no difficulties, no worries, you can do that, right? I have first written traveling and then I have segregated it to working. And now, first, I'm going to tell you what are the advantages for traveling, and then I'm going to tell you what are the advantages for working. Now, when you travel, what do you feel? You explore different things. You come to know about different cultures, you meet different people, you know their viewpoints, so you explore them. Second, if you explore different things, obviously it will lead to widening of your mental horizons. It broadens their horizons. Number three, they have a clear perspective of what they want to do. Now, for example, let's say I want to work, let's say in a MACD, but when I go, I travel, I start working there, I don't like the culture. So there and then I can decide, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do something different, right? So I get a clear perspective of what I want to do. Then a person also understands professional life. You can share your views and your perspectives. You learn about various cultures and language. Then when you start working or when you start traveling, you need to manage your expenses. So you become financially independent. You're not a burden, you're not a liability on anybody else. Then you also learn time management skills. When you travel, you learn to exchange ideas with different people. The most important thing here is you accept what people say. Acceptance comes to you when you travel, when you know different people. Then it also enriches one's speaking ability. How does it enrich your speaking ability? For example, you're traveling. You need to ask somebody the way to, let's say, a cafe, a lounge on the airport. So you're going to talk to that person. And once you learn to talk, you are enriching your speaking ability. And then you talk about working. They would learn traits of cooperation with their co-workers, with their teammates. They would learn how to cooperate. Then your communication skills, this is somewhat very similar to your speaking abilities. Now, I haven't written a paragraph for this. You can write the paragraph for this. This would be something for your second paragraph. You can explain it on your own. You want me to check it, you can send it to me. I'll definitely do it. Next, we move on to the disadvantages. Now, they may never end returning to their studies. Once you start working, you get money. And then you think, I'm getting a good amount of money. Why do I need to study? So studies, a child never returns to it. A person never returns to it. Then once you start working, once you start traveling, and you do that for a year, that's a long period, it is difficult to readapt to an academic environment. Then you have to be with your books, you have to learn, you have to do certain things, you have to sit for your exam, your results are going to get declared, and it becomes difficult. It gets difficult for a student, for a person to readapt to that environment. then the education process may get disrupted. This is what I mentioned in the very first introductory paragraph. And a person may also get inclined towards bad habits, for example, smoking and drinking. Now, if you talk about the advantages, I'm not counting it one to one, but I think there'll be 10 to 12, right? But if you talk about disadvantages, I have written only 4. This is what I feel. So what do you say? The advantages are more or the disadvantages? Obviously the advantages. And if the advantages are more, it means that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. Next, we move on to the conclusion. To conclude, every coin has 2 sides. On one side, taking a break from university education and a break after high school, it can help one to get exposure, understand diversity, and make better career choices. On the other side, it could also ruin one's life. Easy access to money may ruin their desire to further studies. It is important to assess the pros and cons and then take an informed decision. So this is my concluding paragraph. I'm giving you 2 minutes, just go through it. So your homework for the ones who are watching the video, your homework is write paragraph 2 and paragraph 3 and mail me. I would definitely send you the corrected part. So this is the conclusion. You're getting 2 minutes to go through it. All right, so I really think that this video, it might be of some use to you. It might help you to enrich your vocabulary, how to write an essay. You should be knowing that, right? So here I end my video. Thank you so much.